Good morning, Steve Jolly with Benchmark Realty, and welcome to the Music City Show for August 20th, 2020. We've got a great show lined up for you today. First, I want to thank all the loyal viewers who show up every Thursday morning shortly after 8 a.m. to catch the Music City Show to get some valuable information about the real estate market and how we can help you be successful. And so, the first thing we want to talk about today is we're starting today a special series for buyers. So if you're moving to Nashville, this show is for you. And so this is your chance to learn, to get answers to your questions without any obligation. And we're going to walk you through our Smart Buyer system. And this is a system that we've used successfully with hundreds of buyers to help them find the right home, to negotiate the best price for them, and then walk them all the way to the closing table with the least amount of frustrations and stress as possible. And so for the next few weeks, we are going to show you 6 areas that are important to you. We're going to show you how we are different than the average agent, and we're also going to show you why that's valuable to you. And so these are the 6 areas that we are going to focus on. So each week we're going to show how we help you, and in the first week, how we help you learn the neighborhoods. Especially if you're new to Nashville, there's a variety of neighborhoods. We have great neighborhoods in the city. We have great neighborhoods in the suburbs. We have great places to live in the rural areas surrounding Nashville. There's so many choices. It's really hard if you don't know Nashville. So that's what we're here to do, is help learn about what you want and show you all the areas that fit those criteria, and help you show what's unique about them, what's special about them, the pluses and minuses, so you can decide what is the best place for you to live in Nashville. So week 2, we're going to be talking about finding the right home. And normally that's not a problem, but in times like we are now, it really is difficult to find the right home because, one, there's not a whole lot of inventory on the market, so the number of homes for sale is a lot lower than it needs to be. But number 2, especially, there's a lot of competition in the market, so there's a lot of buyers out there actively looking for the same home that you want. And so it's up to us to help you find that, to get there first, and to know what the seller wants, and so we can um, help you find that right home, and help you get that right home. So the third week, we're going to be focused on how we help you by providing market value data, which is so important in this market, especially with people bidding overpriced, over list price on homes. We don't want you to pay any more than necessary to get the home of your dreams. So we're going to provide, we're not going to just tell you what it is, but we're going to provide the data and the source of the data so you can see for yourself, so you can look for yourself. You don't have to trust us, but you can see with your own eyes and get the truth. Week number 4, we're going to be talking about the negotiation strategies that we use to get you the best price. Now, these strategies are used by the same strategies that are used by billion-dollar corporations, governments, to negotiate the deals that they work on, and they work also for homes. And there's very few realtors that use these negotiation strategies. So we're going to employ them for you, and we'll talk a little bit about what they are and how they work. So week number 5, we're going to talk about understanding the paperwork. I know that's a huge frustration for a lot of people because there's a ton of paperwork involved. It's all written by lawyers, so it's not easy to understand. But we're going to walk you through the paperwork. We're going to help explain it to you. And then if you have legal questions, we're going to put you in touch with the professionals that can answer those most appropriate for you. And then the last week, number 6, we're going to show you how we can help you tap into our network. Now that's important whether you are new to Nashville or whether even if you already live here, because when you're going to buy a home, there's hundreds of people that help you through that process. You have inspectors, you have attorneys, you have title company processors, you have title searchers, you have loan officers, you have loan processors, contractors, inspectors, you name it. There's hundreds of people involved in your sale, and including after the sale, you may need help too. And so we're here to help you tap into our network before the sale, during the sale, and after the sale. That's what we bring to you. So we're going to talk about all 6 of these things over the next several weeks. If you have any questions in the meantime, you can always reach out to me and ask. The best way to do that is to text or call me at 615 So sales, let's go ahead and move into the sales for this week. So the sales for Greater Nashville realtors are still trending upwards. So they are still on an upward trend, which is good news for the market all. Because normally this time of year, as you can see, if you look at the chart where we were last year, you can see we are moving downwards, and that's natural for us this time of year to do it, to be moving down in a downward trend as the market slows down seasonally all the way up through the holidays. You can see during the holidays it was down. We started to come back out of it. Then COVID took us back down again, and then we've moved back upwards. So we're trending back upwards. That's a good sign. For compared to last week, our numbers are flat. But if you look at where we were a year ago, we had 179 more sales this week than we did the previous week. So that's good news for Greater Nashville. Let's take a look at new listings. Compared to last week, they're flat again. But for the year, we're up 202 new listings compared to we were last year. Now, don't get too excited because last year we were at least 10 to 15% down from where we needed to be. So we're still below. We're probably 15 to 20% down from where we need to be. But new listings coming up is a good sign for the market. It's a good sign for the demand that's out there that we'll take a look at in a minute that we need to meet. So if you're thinking about listing your home and you're not sure what to do, you're not sure when the best time to do that, give me a call, give me a text, 615-257-9996. That's the best number to reach me. Let's take a look at showings. Now, showings and homes that go under contract are kind of the leading indicators of the market. So they show us what the demand is that are out there. So this time of year, we should expect to see that demand start to trailing down, but we haven't done that yet. And that could be due to some pent-up demand over the past few years, because inventory's been down. Could be some pent-up demand left over from when people took a break from COVID. But we are still in that upward trajectory. We haven't started turning down yet, so that is good news. For the week, showings were basically flat, but over the year, we had almost 2,500 more showings this year than we did last year. So that's huge. That's proof, again, that the demand is strong out there. And that number is a little over 11,000. So we had a little over 11,000 showings last week, and those 11,000 showings resulted in about 1,000 pending. So right now, and for the past several weeks, it seems like your homes are averaging about 10 showings for every pending, for every home that goes under contract, and that's what we in the industry call pending. So for the week, if we took a look versus last week, we were down 58 homes that went under contract, but that just could be the weekly variance. I wouldn't put too much into that, but for the year, we're up 304 pending sales compared to last year. So the pending is a really strong leading indicator of market demand, because those are people actually taking action, putting homes under contract. So that, while that's still going up, that is a great sign for the market in Nashville, Tennessee. And it's a great sign if you're considering putting your home on the market. A lot of people think, well, they've got to get that done during the summer while the market's strong. As you can see right now, it's currently at the peak for the year, and it could still be going up further, and expect it to stay strong for the next several months, all the way till we hit the holidays. So now that we're at least halfway through the month, another thing I like to take a look at is where the median price is. Now, probably about 40% of the sales are in for August so far, and our median price is a slight increase over July. So we ended up at July just under 330,000, but right now in August, for the county, for Nashville and the surrounding counties, where our average median price is $330,000. Good news, the prices are holding and still continuing to go up. And as long as the demand rate remains strong and inventory is low, you'll continue to see those prices going up. We'll keep an eye on that for you. One last thing I want to talk about, if you like these charts, and if you want to learn more, if you want to dig in and see the numbers for yourself, you can go to musiccityshow.com. If you scroll all the way to the bottom, you'll see a link that looks like this picture here on the screen. That is my data dashboard for Nashville for the housing update. And I showed it to you last week. It's still in beta mode. So I haven't released it to everybody yet, but because you're a viewer of the Music City Show, you get first access to it. So if you go to musiccityshow.com, scroll all the way down to the bottom, Click on the picture that looks just like that on your screen, and you'll get access to the data dashboard. You can see it has a year's worth of data for Davidson County and all the surrounding counties, and you can slice that up so you can only look at one or two counties if you want to. You can even slice that up by the city or even down to the zip code. So you can see exactly what's happening in your area. You can see the sales for your area, the new listings for your area, the days on the market for your area, and the median sales price. All information that is important to you. Once again, if you want this information, musiccityshow.com. You can also watch replays of my shows, of Music City shows, and all the charts on there are interactive. Feel free to use them. And if you have any questions about them, just give me a call, 615-257-9996. You can text me there too. So we're just wrapping up the show for the week, and we're going to remind you what we're going to get into next week, how to find the right neighborhood. So we're going to dig deep into that discussion. That is our first topic in the Smart Buyer series. I'm looking forward to seeing you there. Otherwise, have a great week. Have a wonderful weekend. And peace and love, y'all.